The most destructive lie you've been told is that you should follow your passion, that some magical internal fire will lead you to success. Passion is not something you find, it's something you brutally construct through relentless commitment and strategic suffering. Every romantic notion of discovering your life's purpose is a fantasy designed to keep you passive, waiting for some mystical moment of clarity that will never arrive. True mastery is not about finding your passion. It's about choosing a path and destroying every possible alternative, committing so completely that your chosen direction becomes the only viable option. Passion is not discovered. It is forged in the flames of discipline, uncompromising effort. Somewhere between the life you're living and the life you've dreamed of exists a thin veil of possibility. It's invisible to most, transparent yet more powerful than any physical barrier. This veil is composed of your beliefs, your fears, your accumulated stories about what you can and cannot do. Most people spend their entire lives pressed against this veil, believing it's an impenetrable wall. They look through it, catching glimpses of a different reality, but never realizing they have the power to step through. Today we're going to explore how that veil is nothing more than a tissue-thin illusion waiting to be torn apart. Consider the journey of human potential. Throughout history, every remarkable achievement began with someone refusing to accept the limitations others insisted were absolute. Every innovation, every breakthrough, every transformative moment started with a single, powerful decision to see beyond what currently exists. Your potential is not a finite resource measured out at birth. It's an expansive, living energy that grows with every challenge you face, every fear you confront, every limitation you push against. Most people treat their potential like a fragile glass ornament, something to be protected, kept safe, never truly tested. But your potential is more like a wildfire waiting to be ignited. The stories we tell ourselves are the most powerful narratives in existence. These are the invisible scripts that run in the background of our minds, writing our future before we've even had a chance to live it. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. Success is for other people. These are not facts. They are choices you've been making moment by moment, day by day. Every single person in this room has dreams that have been silenced, dreams pushed into the corners of your mind, covered in dust, labeled as impossible. But what if impossible is just a word invented by people too afraid to try? What if the only thing standing between you and your most audacious dreams is the courage to take one single step? Transformation is not a magical moment. It's not something that happens to you. It's something you actively create. It's a continuous process of becoming, of choosing again and again to expand beyond your current limitations. Think about the moments in your life when you felt most alive. Those instances of pure potential, when everything seemed possible. They weren't accidents. They were moments when you briefly saw through the illusion of your own limitations. When you recognized that the boundaries you thought were solid were actually just shadows cast by your fears. Your comfort zone is the most dangerous place you can exist. It feels safe, but it's where dreams go to die. Comfort is a beautiful trap that whispers sweet lies about security. But true security is not found in sameness. It's found in your ability to adapt, to grow, to become more than you were yesterday. Most people live their entire lives waiting for permission. Permission to be great. Permission to pursue their dreams. Permission to be themselves. Here's a radical truth. You don't need anyone's permission. The only proof you require is your own. Every single limitation you currently experience is a construct of your mind. They are stories you've collected from family, from society, from past experiences, but stories can be rewritten. Beliefs can be transformed. The only thing holding you back is your willingness to challenge what you've always believed to be true. Success is not about having extraordinary abilities. It's about creating extraordinary commitment. Look at anyone who has achieved something remarkable. They aren't superhuman. They're simply people who decided to keep moving forward when everyone else would have stopped. Your potential is like a seed. It doesn't need perfect conditions to grow. It needs commitment, nurturing, the willingness to break through whatever soil is holding it back. Some seeds grow in concrete, pushing through impossible barriers. Your potential is no different. Time is the most democratic resource we have. Everyone gets exactly the same amount each day. The difference is how you choose to invest it. Are you spending your time feeding your potential or maintaining your limitations? Fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signal. It's your internal guidance system telling you that you're about to grow. The most successful individuals don't eliminate fear. They learn to dance with it, to use it as a compass point toward their greatest potential. Your life is not a rehearsal. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the main event. Every moment is an opportunity to rewrite your story, to challenge your existing narrative, to become more than you were moments ago. Transformation is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about being willing to be messy, to fail, to look ridiculous, to try things that might not work. Because in that space of vulnerability is where true growth happens. The next 6 months are going to be a crucible, a period of intense personal alchemy where you transform the raw material of your current existence into something extraordinary. But this transformation requires something from you. It requires complete, unfiltered honesty. What are the stories you've been telling yourself? The excuses that have kept you stuck. Write them down, not to dwell on them, but to look them in the eye and recognize them for what they are, limitations you've invented. Your potential is not a destination. It's a continuous journey of becoming, of challenging yourself, of refusing to accept the limitations others have placed on you or that you've placed on yourself. Are you ready to tear down the veil? Are you ready to step into a reality where your potential is not just a distant dream, but a living, breathing possibility? Your journey starts now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Are you willing to become unstoppable? Success is not a lottery ticket. It's not something that randomly falls into your lap or happens by pure chance. Success is an engineered outcome, a carefully constructed blueprint that you design with intention, precision, and unwavering commitment. Every single person walks around with an internal blueprint of their potential. Most people's blueprints are rough sketches, vague outlines filled with wishful thinking and undefined dreams. But true success requires a blueprint, so detailed, so intentional that it becomes a roadmap of inevitable achievement. Let's deconstruct the anatomy of success. It's not about grand, sweeping gestures. It's about the microscopic decisions you make every single moment. Each decision is a brick. Each habit is a foundation. Each moment of focus is mortar that holds your life structure together. Goal setting is not a wishful exercise. It's a strategic mission of surgical precision. Most people approach goals like children writing letters to Santa, a list of hopes with no executable plan. Real goal setting is forensic. It's about reverse engineering your desired outcome and building a precise pathway of execution. Imagine your life as a complex machine. Most people treat this machine haphazardly, expecting it to run perfectly without maintenance. Successful individuals are master engineers. They understand that every single component requires intentional calibration. Your daily routine is not neutral. Every action is either moving you toward your potential or pulling you away from it. There are no idle moments. You're either investing in your future or depleting your potential. Time management is a myth. What truly matters is energy management. Your productivity is directly proportional to the quality of energy you bring to your tasks. Are you approaching your goals with scattered, exhausted energy? Or are you strategic about how you allocate your mental and emotional resources? Break down your ultimate vision into such microscopic steps that it becomes almost ridiculous not to do them. If your goal feels overwhelming, you haven't broken it down small enough. Can you reduce that massive goal into something so simple that it becomes an automatic? Discipline is not punishment, it's the highest form of self-love. When you create structures that support your growth, you're telling yourself that you are worth the effort. Discipline is about making promises to yourself and keeping them, not because someone is watching, but because you respect yourself enough to follow through. Your environment is a silent architect of your potential. Look around you, the people you spend time with, the spaces you inhabit, the media you consume. These are not neutral. They are actively programming your subconscious mind. Are they expanding your potential or constraining it? Most people live reactive lives. They wake up and respond to whatever emerges. Successful individuals live proactively. They design their day before the day designs them. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. What are you doing those first crucial hours to align yourself with your ultimate vision? Learning is not something that happens to you. It's something you actively pursue. The most successful individuals have turned learning into a lifestyle, not just academic learning, but learning about themselves, about human psychology, about the intricate dance of potential and performance. Your personal development is not a side project. It is your primary project. Everything else is secondary. Are you investing as much energy into growing yourself as you are into your job, your relationships, your immediate challenges? Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a critical component of success. Every setback carries a lesson. But most people are so afraid of failing that they never truly try. They live in a state of perpetual preparation, always getting ready to get ready. Mindset is not a motivational buzzword. It's the operating system of your life. Your beliefs about what's possible create a filter through which all experiences pass. Change the filter and you change your entire reality. Visualization is not daydreaming. It's about creating such a vivid mental representation of your goal that your subconscious mind begins to treat it as inevitable. But visualization without action is just entertainment. You must couple these mental images with ruthless execution. Your body is not separate from your success journey. Physical health is the foundation of peak performance. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, these are not optional. They are the fundamental fuel of your potential. You cannot run a high-performance life on low-quality input. Communication is your most powerful tool, not just speaking, but truly connecting. The ability to articulate your vision, to inspire, to create genuine human connection. This is the difference between those who have potential and those who activate the potential. Money is a result, not a goal. Pursue mastery, pursue value creation, pursue solving problems that matter. The financial rewards will be a natural consequence of your commitment. Your next 6 months are not just about achieving goals. They're about becoming the type of person who can achieve those goals. They're about building a personal operating system of success. Every single moment is a recruitment opportunity for your future self. Are you hiring the best version of yourself right now, or are you settling for a discount model? Your potential is not a destination. It's a continuous journey of becoming, of challenging yourself, of refusing to accept the limitations others have placed on you or that you've placed on yourself. Are you ready to become the architect of your own success? Your blueprint starts now. Performance is not a switch you can flip. It's a complex ecosystem of mental, emotional, and physical dynamics that demands intentional cultivation. What most people understand as performance is merely the surface, a thin veneer hiding the intricate machinery of human potential. Your mind is not a fixed entity. It's a living, breathing landscape of possibility, constantly reshaping itself based on the input you provide. Most people treat their mental environment like an abandoned lot overgrown with weeds of negative thinking, littered with the debris of past failures, unexplored and uncultivated. Psychological resilience is not about being invincible. It's about developing a relationship with challenge. Can you sit with uncertainty? Can you look at your fears not as stop signs, but as growth signals? Can you transform what once paralyzed you into fuel for your evolution? Consider the internal dialogue that runs continuously in your mind. Most people are walking around with an ongoing narrative that would be considered verbal abuse if it came from another person. You speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love or respect. This internal conversation is the most powerful force shaping your reality. Your subconscious mind is running 95% of your daily operations. Those automatic responses, those ingrained beliefs, they're not just random. They're programmed responses developed through years of conditioning. And here's the revolutionary truth. You can reprogram them. Motivation is not a mystical force that descends upon you. It's a skill that can be developed, maintained, and strategically deployed. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Create systems that make motivation unnecessary. Build habits so ingrained that they become automatic. Every single moment is a choice point, a moment where you're either reinforcing your current identity or creating a new one. Who are you choosing to become right now? Not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect. Right now. Most people are playing a defensive game in life. They're trying to avoid failure, trying to maintain the status quo, but success requires an offensive strategy. It requires you to be proactive, to create opportunities instead of waiting for them. Mental models are your navigation system for life. The way you interpret events, the lens through which you view challenges, these are not static. They can be upgraded, refined, completely transformed. Your perception is not reality. It's just your current interpretation of reality. Comfort is the most sophisticated trap ever designed. Your brain is engineered to keep you safe, to maintain the familiar, but safety is an illusion. The most dangerous place you can be is in a state of comfortable mediocrity. Peak performance is about creating a holistic system of personal optimization. It's not just about productivity. It's about creating alignment between your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual dimensions. Stress is not inherently negative. It's a signal. High performers don't eliminate stress. They learn to use it as a performance enhancer. They understand the difference between destructive stress and constructive challenge. Your attention is your most valuable resource. In a world of constant distraction, the ability to focus is a superpower. But focus is not just about concentration. It's about consciously choosing where you direct your mental energy. Emotional regulation is the foundation of high performance. Can you feel intense emotions without being consumed by them? Can you experience fear, anger, disappointment without letting them derail your mission? Your past does not determine your future, but your interpretation of your past absolutely influences your potential. Are you carrying stories of limitation or lessons of growth? Personal development is not a linear process. It's messy, non-sequential, filled with breakthroughs and breakdowns. Embrace the chaos. Learn to love the process of becoming. Self-awareness is your most powerful tool, but true self-awareness goes beyond surface-level reflection. It requires radical honesty, the kind of honesty that makes you uncomfortable because it challenges your existing narratives. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains. They're so familiar that you don't even recognize them as constraints. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. It's too hard. These are not truths. They are stories you've been telling yourself. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's taking action despite fear. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're expanding your capacity for courage. And courage is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Your energy is a currency. How are you investing it? Are you spending your mental and emotional resources on things that expand your potential or drain your spirit? Comparison is the thief of joy, but it's also a terrible metric for success. Everyone's journey is unique. Your path is not meant to look like anyone else's. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and authentic connection. The moments when you're most raw, most honest, those are the moments of true transformation. Personal development is holistic. It's not just about professional achievement. It's about becoming a more compassionate human being, about expanding your capacity for love, for understanding, for making a meaningful contribution. Your potential is infinite, but potential is just potential until it's activated through consistent, intentional action. We are not static beings. We are dynamic, ever-changing, continuously evolving organisms. The moment you believe you've arrived is the moment you begin to decline. Growth is not a destination. It's a continuous journey of becoming. Every single day is an opportunity to expand, to challenge your existing limitations, to redefine what's possible. Your life is not happening to you. You are actively creating it with every choice, every moment of focus, every decision to lean into discomfort. The most powerful words in personal transformation are not grand declarations. They are simple commitments. I choose, I decide, I commit. Are you ready to transform your psychological landscape? Are you prepared to become the architect of your own potential? Your mind is waiting. Your transformation starts now. Success is an inside job. It's not about external achievements. It's about the internal landscape of your mind, the quality of your consciousness, the depth of your commitment. Your inner dialogue is the most powerful force in your life. Those quiet conversations you have with yourself, the ones nobody else hears, they are programming your reality. Are you a supportive coach or a harsh critic? Most people are walking around with an internal monologue that would be considered verbal abuse if it came from another person. You speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. It's time to change that conversation. Self-compassion is not weakness. It's a strategic approach to personal development. High performers understand that harsh self-criticism is a performance inhibitor. They treat themselves with the same compassion they would offer a valued teammate. Your beliefs are not facts. They are interpretive frameworks that you've developed over time. And just like any framework, they can be renovated, updated, completely transformed. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains. They're so familiar that you don't even recognize them as constraints. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. It's too hard. These are not truths. They are stories you've been telling yourself. Every single limitation you currently experience is a construct of your mind. They are stories you've collected from family, from society, from past experiences, but stories can be rewritten. Beliefs can be transformed. The only thing holding you back is your willingness to challenge what you've always believed to be true. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's taking action despite fear. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're expanding your capacity for courage. And courage is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Personal growth is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the most authentic version of yourself. It's about peeling away the layers of conditioning, the masks you've worn to fit in, to be acceptable. Your energy is a currency. How are you investing it? Are you spending your mental and emotional resources on things that expand your potential or drain your spirit? Comparison is the thief of joy, but it's also a terrible metric for success. Everyone's journey is unique. Your path is not meant to look like anyone else's. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and authentic connection. The moments when you're most raw, most honest, those are the moments of true transformation. Success is not a solo journey. Your network, your relationships, the people you surround yourself with, they are your external operating system. Choose them with the same intentionality you would choose a business partner. Personal development is holistic. It's not just about professional achievement. It's about becoming a more compassionate human being, about expanding your capacity for love, for understanding, for making a meaningful contribution. Think about the moments in your life when you felt most alive. Those instances of pure potential, when everything seemed possible. They weren't accidents. They were moments when you briefly saw through the illusion of your own limitations. Your comfort zone is a beautiful trap. It feels safe, but it's where dreams go to die. Comfort is a cushion that whispers sweet lies about security, but true security is not found in sameness. It's found in your ability to adapt, to grow, to become more than you were yesterday. Most people live their entire lives waiting for permission. Permission to be great. Permission to pursue their dreams. Permission to be themselves. Here's a radical truth. You don't need anyone's permission. The only approval you require is your own. Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every moment of doubt is an invitation to prove to yourself what you're truly capable of. Your potential is not a finite resource. It's an infinite landscape waiting to be explored. The only boundaries are the ones you've constructed in your mind. Personal transformation is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about being willing to be messy, to fail, to look ridiculous, to try things that might not work. Because in that space of vulnerability is where true growth happens. The most powerful investment you can make is in yourself, not in stocks, not in real estate, in your own growth, your own potential, your own becoming. Your life is not a rehearsal. This is the main event. Every moment is an opportunity to rewrite your story, to challenge your existing narrative, to become more than you were moments ago. Are you ready to break free from the invisible chains of your limiting beliefs? Are you prepared to become the architect of your own potential? Your inner game starts now, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, right now. The only permission you need is your own. The only approval that matters is yours. Are you willing to become unstoppable? Consider the nature of growth. It's never linear, it's messy, it's unpredictable. There will be moments of breakthrough and moments of breakdown, moments when you feel like you're flying and moments when you feel like you're falling. But here's the secret. Both are equally valuable. Your biggest enemy is not failure. Your biggest enemy is comfortable mediocrity, that quiet voice that tells you to settle, to play it safe, to stay within the lines that others have drawn for you. Every single breakthrough in human history began with someone refusing to accept the current reality. Someone who looked at what was and imagined what could be. Someone who understood that the most dangerous phrase in any language is, "We've always done it this way." Personal transformation is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the truest version of yourself, peeling away the layers of conditioning, of societal expectations, of limiting beliefs. It's about discovering the raw, unfiltered potential that has always existed within you. Your life is not a problem to be solved. It's a reality to be created. You are not a passive recipient of circumstances. You are the architect, the artist, the creator of your own experience. Success is not about achieving a specific outcome. It's about who you become in the process of pursuing your dreams. It's about the courage you develop, the resilience you build, the capacity for growth you unlock. The next 6 months are going to test you. There will be moments of doubt, moments when you want to give up, moments when the path seems impossible. But those moments are not your weakness. They are your opportunity. They are the moments that will define you. Your potential is not measured by your achievements. It's measured by your willingness to keep moving forward, by your capacity to learn, to adapt, to transform. We are not static beings. We are dynamic, ever-changing, continuously evolving organisms. The moment you believe you've arrived is the moment you begin to decline. Every single day, you have a choice to grow or to stagnate, a choice to expand or to contract, a choice to lean into discomfort or to retreat to the familiar. Your life is not happening to you. You are actively creating it with every choice, every moment of focus, every decision to lean into discomfort. The most powerful words in personal transformation are not grand declarations. They are simple commitments. I choose, I decide, I commit. Are you ready to become the architect of your own potential? Are you prepared to transform not just your circumstances, but your entire way of being? The next 6 months are not just about achieving goals. They are about becoming the type of person who can achieve those goals, about building a personal operating system of success that goes beyond any single achievement. Your potential is infinite, but potential is just potential until it's activated through consistent, intentional action. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not someday, right now. Are you willing to become unstoppable? Your journey starts now.